Now, is my audio double today? Can anybody tell me? Heavy robot. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Captain Roboto. Is Captain Roboto still here, or? Oh, damn it. All right, how about this, Ron? How about this? Are we better now? Okay. Well, that sure is messed up, but whatever. Okay. What happened was I upgraded OBS, and it has, I guess it has a bunch of new audio features, and it never had any of these features before, so I, you know, have my whole workaround, but I guess I need to rework. So anyway, all right. It looks like wanted grifters, dead or alive, will win. We are your friends. We come in peace. All your base are belong to us. Okay. Here we go. We'll take it back. Sort of. Maybe.
This is what happens when you work to change things.
You're being a little bitch. What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick.
You know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak.
It is. It is better not to speak.
Okay, so
than to be proven a complete imbecile in the matter. Speaking of grifters, dead or alive.
Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying it could be, what are you
Why did it have to be him? I don't know. I got my eye on this one right here. What's the plan?
I don't know. I don't really think that's the case.
And then all of a sudden you change the world.
By the way, I've never one time I was subscribed to Lou, I think, but that changed a while ago. But for some reason I was still getting Lou short videos in the short section just on the regular YouTube homepage, and it kept being the one that said, "Yes, I'm still alive," or "Lou proof of life," for like the last 2 weeks. I eventually had, because I mean, you know, I would see it on there and I'd be like, oh, so oh wait, okay, no, that video is weeks, if not months old. What a great algorithm YouTube has, by the way. Like, you're telling me that algorithm doesn't know that motherfucker's dead, if he's dead. I mean, at least on YouTube, it's that he's dead. But anyway, it was messing with me, seeing that Lou proof of life, or Lou I'm still here, or whatever the hell it was, both of those. Because, yeah, and it's just too much of an emotional roller coaster. So I had to click on the 3 dots, and I had to say, well, I guess I can't do it here. I had to say, you know what, I'm not interested. Not interested. Why? Well, he's dead. Anyway, his Marantz video, from Bbbyq. All right. Now, is that one in Telegram? I'm looking in the section here for requests. I know we looked at one last time. Are we looking at the same video, or is there a new one? Let me find out here. What is it? Bbbyq 007. There he is. Grifter compilations. Fantastic. Let's warm up with this.
This week, we should be able to take off. We should run every week. With the amount of buying that we do on a day-to-day, this stock should increase tenfold. Why? Because I know it's coming.
Let me go back to the beginning.
I'm always looking for something to do. Okay, so I go to GameStop because I've had nothing going but GameStop, guys. I'm 100% all in. When you understand that, then you understand how you support the cause.
Good Lord.
I went ahead and got myself my official GameStop money bag. That's right, you can get them at GameStop. They're only $1. This is the money bag, guys. This is where I'm going to store all that money that I'm going to get. Go get your own bag at GameStop. Understand, you want to support the cause, do the movement, you can do it at $1 at a time. I don't care. Buy the stock.
$1 at a time.
Get your money bag. GameStop actually is ahead.
It almost sounded like he said get your money back, but that's not what he said.
$110 million his first quarter. $110 million. Up over the expectations of what they thought it would be. This is too easy, guys. This money is too easy to make. Understand where we're headed. Follow the money. First it's the money, then it's the power, and then it's the respect. After, we're gonna keep going up. We're not gonna stop going up. GameStop, your whole family's gonna come over.
First the money, then the power, then the respect. Is that the private equity playbook? But I want to go back. What is this, like a fucking Morant's garage shot here? What is this? This looks like Ty Lopez or something. Look at this.
Follow the money. First it's the
nice,
then it's the power, and then it's the respect. After,
pretty empty ass garage though.
We're gonna stop going up. GameStop, your whole family's gonna come over for Easter, and they're gonna push you to the side. They're gonna tell you to shut the hell up because everybody was talking about it going to the moon last year. It's still not there, and then they're gonna be like, "What's happening?" You're gonna be like, "It is going to the moon. It's here. It's happening." NFT Marketplace is coming out within 90 days. You have this share dividend payout via stocks.
Yeah, that was not true.
We have a lot of things happening as far as pivot, transition, and direction for our company. We have great leadership. We know what we're doing. Let them know. It wasn't Dogecoin to play. Bitcoin wasn't to play. AMC wasn't to play. You know, it's ready.
Bitcoin wasn't to play. Bitcoin wasn't to play. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is the play. This is the play. This is not the play. Don't get it confused, guys. This is not the play. It might look like it was. It wasn't. This is the play right here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just wait. You're going to see it explode sometime this month in October all the way through November. And people are going to be like, okay, that's what you hold. Nobody took profit today, and it had an increase of $600 million on market cap, and nobody took a profit. Nobody went in there and tried to knock it down. I try to tell you what we have, and nobody listens. I just want to say thank you. Remember, buy the stock, hold the stock, stay away from options. The MOAS is. The MOAS is GameStop, always has been. It's never going to change. I don't know who's...
Do I think that's the case? I don't know. I don't really think that's the case. I don't really think that's the case.
It's you otherwise. But if you don't own GameStop, you're going to second guess this whole decision for the rest of your life. For the right reason. If you're invested in GameStop, you are part of this social movement. We are resetting the financial markets for the world. This event has never happened before. You thought all these social movements happening these last couple of years mattered? Think about this one. We're about to be the 2%ers. Remember that, guys. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. But we're kamikaze.
This will come crashing down, and you will see the biggest explosions of your lifetime. How it's going to look. You got GameStop at 205 right now. Feeling healthy. We love the stock. Retail's still buying at 168, 170, 180. Why wouldn't we average down? Why wouldn't we average up? We keep doing the same thing. You want to keep doing. I want to put this clear as day to CNBC, anyone out there, all the naysayers, everyone in this world.
We keep doing the same.
A level, and it has sustained a level since last year. We were at $12. We were at $15. We were at $120. We're at $240. But you know what we sustain? We sustain right now. We are sustaining a hell of a level. You're supposed to sell when it's at the top. We're supposed to sell as it's dropping. And what are we doing? We're licking our fingers, licking our lips. We're getting our hips ready to do the fucking. That's what we're doing. And we're going in and we're buying the dip. We are the complete opposite of the average trader. They are not ready for that on this market. This stock should run this week.
Yeah, right. Because the average trader seeks to make money. Right.
We should run every week. With the amount of buying that we do on a day-to-day, this stock should increase tenfold. Why? Because I know it's coming my way. I know we're about to bounce.
Yeah, but buying 1/5 of a share on Robinhood, unfortunately, just does not put the buying
way past. We're 1 week past the quarter breaks that we've been in. We had 6 quarters in a row where we had these windows where we spike, and now it didn't come. And why? Because they're digging deeper. You know, in the last 5 trading days, guys, GameStop has gone from a $75 stock all the way up to up 100 today, almost 100. So $24 it has increased in the last 5 trading days. And you would think it's having a down day or a down week. No, earnings. And then what's permanent? The legacy I leave behind, the education that we get in this process, the friendships that I make along the way. So what do I value in these two worlds? Well, I value all the permanent things.
Generational poverty.
Product of the relationship I have with the masses, the people that are here on the channel. And I've never been so vulnerable in this way where I allow things to get to me on a day-to-day where I'm like, man, I'm tired of the mask mandates, or man, I'm tired of the fact that they're censoring my voice on such and such platform. Walking through and I hear my name, boom, Morant. And I'm like, who the hell is this? True story, guys. First time I've ever met.
Well, clearly they didn't. Yeah.
Look at friends and family.
Wow.
I talk to all the time. They watch the channel. Great. This guy I don't know. Hey, I'm a physician, and he told me. He said, "Tell my story, please." I said, "Okay." He goes, "I watch your channel every day." I said, "Really?" "Okay, let me hear your story." After hearing his story, I realized he might watch my channel every day. He sure as hell doesn't listen to the channel every day. This guy lost $54,000 last year in GameStop. He sold when it went down because he got scared. I'm like, what were you scared of? He's like, I'm scared it's going to go down to zero. What are you talking about? Like, have you not even listened to the fundamental story of what GameStop is, the transition, the pivot of what we're doing? We have an NFT marketplace right upon us. We're on the cusp of it.
Oh, yeah.
And no one ever thought we would have.
Well,
Hired for,
about that.
Right now, it has utilization.
Good God.
What?
But there's only one thing that's peaking right now. There's only one company that's actually coming up out of the ground like a phoenix, and it's GameStop. This is the number one positive thing. $177 million in 3 months. Free cash flow. You tell me if this business is going to be running for the next 10 years and how much that's going to give you. Because if we're looking at it, that's $6 billion.
It's not.
$6 billion.
That doesn't indicate that.
What's it worth to you?
No.
To me.
It shouldn't. So first, I want to look at GameStop as a whole.
Nothing.
This is going to be. Let me see something really quick. This is the chart. Yeah, we're good. I think we're going to be good on all the slides except for like one, maybe like 2 away. So we're good. So this is the chart right now. And if you're looking at this chart, I want you to see right here, they have a 1, 2, and 3. That's a triple bottom, guys. If that's not bullish, I don't know what is. That means we are bouncing off of that support line and we're shooting back up.
So welcome to my ranch. A lot of knowledge, but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants. You can tune in naked like Henry the Mayo. Welcome to my ranch. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold. That knowledge is flotation. You want to learn? Well, you came to the right place. You're pumping AMC. My
God.
In the face. Get your due diligence. Know who the.
I had somebody tune in to the live stream on Friday.
You win big and listen up, y'all. The wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance.
And they happened to tune in
Feel you win just like that.
when we were listening to this song,
Retail winning. Y'all just wait.
and they were like, "What in the fuck is he talking about?
Group singing the truth. We just
What is this? This channel?" It was somebody who had never seen the channel.
some finance.
Somebody told him about it, and they said, "Well, just pull it up. He's live right now."
Most hated. Don't wanna
And they happened to tune in during this,
invest in AMC.
and they were like, "What in the fuck?"
I do what I want.
Go figure. You know, go figure.
Welcome to my ranch. 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 Welcome.
A little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. GameStop just got its ass whooped all the way down to $12.77. From $15.83 all the way down to $12.77. Good try. Good try. You think you're going to get me rattled? Welcome back. Welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no
Like, okay, no, I don't. No, nobody really thinks that they're going to get you rattled. I don't think anybody cares either. But the fact that he would say that, you think you're going to get me rattled? Yeah, I'm going to mark that down in the narcissist column, I think. Why does it have to be about you being rattled? Everything's about me. You think you're going to get me rattled? That's all you've got? Oh, boy. Yeah. No, it's not all that, quote-unquote, they have, but I can guarantee that, quote-unquote, they don't give two flying or otherwise fucks about you being rattled. Buy a $1 money bag.
You can't scare me. I'll buy every dip. I'll buy every dip because I'm telling you the investment is that much better than what.
Because you're an idiot. Okay.
The work is here. Right here stateside. They've been focusing domestically. They've made a profit, an annual profit. They've pushed it to the limits. And what? Somebody knows something I don't? You really think that somebody's selling off right before the earnings gets announced?
Yes, I do.
Think they're here to attack you all the way through?
Well, the earnings had been announced at that point, but I think.
There's so much runway left on this company, this stock and the info. How many people are running right now to buy more? At $13.25 a share, $13.10 a share. They better knock this shit all the way down to the ground. Because I'm telling you now, Mom.
That's an emotional man right there.
I'm riding a bike because I will sell everything I have.
That's an emotional fucking man right there. Wow.
100 shares right now, Marine.
They just go ahead and knock it down even further.
100 shares right now.
Oh, it's not that,
Because I'm
you know,
in front of you working.
it's not emotional.
Possible. You think I need to go?
It's just a turn the other cheek
I don't
philosophy.
believe in the stock.
Yes, everybody thinks that it's all about you. Let's just clarify. Yeah, everybody knows that it's all about Marant's rants. Oh, man, this is great. What a fucking clown.
Hey,
You got to be
you think I'm worried
kidding
about this? I'm
me.
not worried about it one bit. I know what the numbers are.
Bah.
I did the math.
Well, Lynn, by the way, hello, Lynn. It just repeats his name over and over. He is the proverbial rolling donut. In that sense, it's the perfect song for Marant's. What other words do you need in the song besides his name? It's all about him, anyway.
I did the math. Show me. Show me this company's only worth $12.84. Show me why they've attacked this stock in the after hours off the market.
Well, no, but okay, the thing with that is, yeah, you say you've done the math and you'll talk about some math and whatever, but it's irrelevant to the question you asked, first of all. Why is it worth, blah, blah, blah. The math will show you that. The math will literally show you that. Now, what he's talking about is this delusional belief in Ryan Cohen, that Ryan Cohen has anything to offer. Well, Ryan Cohen has blown his load, okay? And it was like teensy tiny, like a quarter of a teaspoon. That's what he had. He had a quarter of a teaspoon, and you're expecting fucking quadruplets. Yeah, no. NFT marketplace. That's it. What else you got? What else you got? Let's try something else. Oh, we already used our quarter of a teaspoon. Clowns.
Let's see where we got it wrong. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. Shit. Wow. Holy shit. Well, guys. Oh man. You guys want to know if I'm dedicated to my if I'm dedicated to my investment?
There it is. All about him again.
Wow. Guys, chill for a bit.
It's like, do these people are involved here in Marantz's channel and everything and GameStop, not because they care about GameStop, right? It's because all they care about is seeing if it rattles Marantz. Because again, it's all about him, not the stock.
Oh my God. I had to take the helmet off, guys. Hold on. Take the jacket off too. Holy shit, I'm hot. I'm getting hot. Guys, this is hot. Oh my God. Net sales were 1.79, almost 1.8 billion. I'm 200 million off even the lowest estimates.
No, do you know what that means?
Okay. So, hey James, how you doing? That compilation came to us courtesy of Bbbyq 007. Thank you, sir. All right. So, right. What else do we have here in this vein of thought? Well, okay. All right. I'm just going through the suggestions that we had come in. So
I just dumped my whole paycheck into
oh God. Okay. Somebody bought $600 of AMC. That's what I just heard.
Dumped my
All right, here we go.
paycheck into AMC stock today when I saw that it dropped 15%. But before I do get into why I did that, make sure to go down and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because I do update you guys on AMC stock every single day. So
this kid is going to surpass me in subscribers at some point, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting indicator about the state of this grift, if I do say so myself.
15% in pre-market, and we stayed down throughout the whole day. We did hit our second all-time low today at $3.65 on the news that AMC was diluting and selling more shares. Who the frick is buying these shares? Who's buying? Who are they selling them to? They're selling them to institutions. Institutions are freaking coming into AMC. They're buying AMC at dirt cheap prices, while apes are down 99%. They have shorted the stock down to freaking dirt cheap prices, and now they're taking their profits and buying it at dirt cheap prices. The volume was absolutely insane. There was a lot more people
not so sure about that.
Selling at these
I
prices,
don't
you
know.
have to be insane. You have to be a paper hand. AMC dropped down 50 cents today. I averaged down 50 cents today. It's a win for me. You know, I'm just averaging the freight down. More moon tickets, more bananas for me. I'm freaking holding. This is not
more moon tickets. Yeah.
Just my personal opinion.
Oh, shut up. That's straight out of 2021 right there. But okay, here's this price action. First of all, by the way, let me make sure that my scale is correct. Okay. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. So we are at the point now where the price candles are, what is this? What is that? Oh, that's my bounded polygon region, right? Bounded polygon region of consolidation before the dump. Right. But the price action is now down into the volume candles. Right. Alt-R resets the scale. And then if I zoom in here, yeah, the candles are down into the volume histogram. That is not a good sign. But anyway, we don't need OBV. Although, and we're in the weekly chart here, by the way, but it's good to see that OBV starting to come down, though, right? Yeah, they can't sit there and grift on the OBV anymore because it's back down. But I'm just curious about this more buying than selling thing that I'm hearing about, because I've got, any number of indications here besides the OBV, like this buying and selling volume indicator. If the red bar is on top, that means that there was more selling. If the green bar is on top, that means there was more buying. Just visually here, I'm seeing that there are more red bars, and the red bars, on average, are taller than the green bars. That means there's more volume on the selling than buying. So, par for the course.
I really am. So AMC hit $3.59 back here. And now AMC hit $3.65, and we're having this level of resistance. Once we did hit the all-time low of 365, we were just barcoding, going up by 1 penny, going down by 1 penny throughout the whole day. And I'm not telling anyone to buy. You guys do you. Me personally, I am loading the
yeah, you are.
At this
yes, you are.
AMC is going to make a comeback.
You just you just did.
So. I'd rather buy AMC stock when it's at its all-time low than when it's up 40-50%. That's why I'm buying right now.
So I can either believe you and buy the stock, or I can not believe you and you think that I'm foolish for not doing it because it's such a sure thing. No, you're telling people to buy. Let's get that straight. You are.
And that's why I continue to buy AMC. People might think I'm freaking crazy.
And you just dumped everything into it?
I don't care what anyone's going to say, because I'm holding. I am holding to the moon or 2-0. I really do see AMC making a huge comeback.
No third choice. This is straight out of 2021.
A lot of people are down. I'm with you.
Clearly this kid was born yesterday.
Because I'm down too. And I'm still freaking buying. That might be considered insane, but frickin'. So what?
That is, Lynn, that's on what I have here. This is an indicator. This is a special indicator. It comes from the indicators. So it's not on by default. This particular one, it breaks the volume down into the green or the buying and the red or the selling. This one's called buying, selling volume. Now, if we were to look at just the regular volume, let me just hide this. The regular volume is here. Like, that's the regular volume. And you can still see, based on this, and this is weekly too, by the way, that these weeks, like, there's a lot more red weeks than green weeks. And that the higher these bars are, the higher the volume. So, yeah. Anyway, but of course, as Model 3 dude's pointing out here, yeah, they're adding shares or whatever, so, okay.
More. I don't care. This guy said if AMC stays under $4 until Wednesday, I will be buying. If it goes above $4,
yeah, well, who cares? I mean,
so all you want, I can read and understand. Let's freaking go to AMC. Time to block short shills and negative sentiment. So there's good.
I just didn't want you to think, Lynn, that
I'm already knowing in the
it was. I didn't want you to be misled by that because it's a separate indicator, but and it's. I don't know. It's not going to be 100% accurate because they don't have all the volume necessarily on TradingView, but it just gives an indication of the breakdown. Certainly enough to see that he's wrong about that there's more buying than selling. I mean, that's one of those things that you say, like, I don't know. It's just, he can't show any proof of that anyway, so.
Shills, and they're going to hell, and I really think they're not convincing any of us apes, because if you're
wait, what did he say about going to hell?
Negativity. I'm already knowing in the comments it's gonna be ridiculous today. In Reddit it's ridiculous, everywhere it's ridiculous, but at the end of the day, these are freaking paid shills, and they're going to hell, and I really think they're not
I mean, who's the paid shill here? I see a lot more people saying shit like this than anybody saying, hey, you might want to think twice before you buy AMC. This is a pumping post here. This fits to a T the description he offered of a paid shill. This is what a paid shill would do. So, isn't it funny how people can just be, like, so blind? Yep. Someone not knowing what the word shill means. Yep. Time to block short shills and negative sentiment. Okay, well, there's two separate ideas here. Blocking short shills, you have no idea who's a short shill. I've been called a short shill for 3 years. And while it's true, we may have taken short positions or put positions at some point in order to make money on a variety of things. I'm not getting paid to do that. The only payment I get is if I make money on the stock trade or option trade. So that's not true. And I don't know, I honestly don't know of a single short shill. I've never heard of anybody who is pro AMC truth, because it's better to be for something than against something, right? So we're for the truth, not against AMC or even the apes. We are for justice for these fucking grifters. You can't lie every day. You can't do it, and not expect there to be some reckoning at some point, whether it's in your portfolio, whether it's, anything else, I don't know. Or time to block negative sentiment. Now that's a totally different animal. Let's block negative sentiment because we don't want to see anything that doesn't agree with what we already agree. Classic confirmation bias, ostrich effect, burying one's head in the sand. I mean, Mike, that goes back to the fucking Bible, okay? Like, the ostrich effect is described in the fucking Bible. There are not many modern concepts, especially when it comes to psychology, that hold true all the way from the motherfucking Bible to today. But the one that describes you guys does. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? There's a universal truth in your stupidity. There is a universal truth, self-evident, in your willful stupidity. All right.
Any of us apes. Because if you're selling at these prices, you are the definition of a paper hand. That's just it. And you could go ahead and sell. I'm not telling anyone not to sell. I'm not telling anyone to buy. None of this is financial advice. I'm just documenting right now on March 28th that I bought the dip. I just want it to be here forever. No matter what happens.
James.
Even if it goes to the moon. I'm going to leave these videos here one day. So I look back at it in the future and I'm like, damn. Whatever happened, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but I'm here for the ride. This guy said, imagine thinking people are actually selling now. I honestly don't buy that people are selling now. Just before Q3 and Q4, which are predicted to be very strong for AMC, and potentially the year before AMC will make profits. All this with cash in hand to restructure the debt and then pay it off much easier. AMC already anticipated the needed extra cash burn as a result of the writer's strike. I think they had enough money to survive. The extra money was likely needed for some deal AMC just couldn't turn down. We have seen the worst, and this following report will show the last of the writer's strike. After that, AMC will just keep...
Aha, this is some Bush League understanding of corporate finance right here. Some deal AMC just couldn't turn down, like making good on their obligations, paying their fucking employees, paying their vendors, paying their suppliers, paying everything. I mean, goddamn. They say what, more than 50% of small businesses fail? Yeah, if the apes represent, like, the general population, it's not hard to see. Can you imagine any of these clowns actually running a successful business? Holy fuck.
MOAS, until we finally reached a point where AMC's fundamentals are actually improving. What will trigger the MOAS is the one thing that they cannot stop. That AMC makes a freaking comeback. That's what I've been saying too. I agree with this guy. It's inevitable that AMC makes a comeback. Literally today, Godzilla x Kong, the new empire.
I mean, didn't they already make a comeback though? What comeback are you talking about? They did not go bankrupt. You can go watch a movie today if you want. They show the latest releases. They're not like a, budget theater that shows old movies for $1. They show the newest releases. What is the comeback you're talking about? Or is he talking about the stock price getting back to an unrealistic, inflated artificially via the Federal Reserve no less, price that was delusional then. Even the apes will admit that it didn't make sense fundamentally, but somehow we got to get back to that. You need to check yourself.
Came out.
For real.
It's like freaking Godzilla just took a swing at Kong. Godzilla being Ken Griffin, that sick bastard. Godzilla being these shorts. And Kong being us apes. You know, we just freaking took a beating today. And it's been hell. You know, we really got screwed. You could either whine about it. You could freaking be, oh, I'm going to sell. Screw AMC, I'm out. Or you could have some balls like me and buy the dip. I am down a lot of money in AMC, and I continue to buy the dip.
Have some balls, yeah, because it takes a lot of balls
live by. That's
to willfully waste money.
Advice. It's risky behavior.
Wow.
It's risky, and I am aware of that. But I have nothing.
It's retarded behavior.
No, I am confident in my investment, and I will continue.
Yeah, when you live at home, you know, I mean, you tell me. Look at those blinds he's got back here. Look at these curtains. I realize I'm making an assumption, but you know, I'm trying to be observant here. You show me a 20-year-old that has that in his bedroom, that doesn't live with his parents. I'm just saying. Now I agree with this. He has nothing to lose. I agree with that. I think he's probably actually telling the truth there.
Buy the dip. This guy said, couldn't resist grabbing more. Not my best priced recent buy, but I'm so happy with it. I guess some are sour to the game. No one said it was always going to be positive. But for me, I must be on a different goal than many, as I am still adding shares and know the price is irrelevant until it matters. This guy bought another 1,000 shares at $3.
The price is irrelevant until it matters.
I mean, 1,000 shares, come on now. This is freaking insane. Take a look at Webull, take a look at the charts. I guess this stock sale is how institutions slowly climb up their ownership, still not selling, and I'm just riding the wave back up with them hedge crooks. So my tinfoil hat theory, these institutions that sold their soul to Satan, they shorted the stock down to dirt cheap prices, pennies. They're taking their profits, they're taking their money, and they are buying it now at dirt cheap prices, while us apes are down 99%. 80%, 70%. It used to be 90% held by others, which is us shareholders, us retail investors. Now more than 1/3 is held by institutions. And I know damn well not that many apes sold. Only the paper hands sold. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. We don't need them. But more than 90%, that's the number in my head. More than 90% of apes haven't sold. I mean, have you guys sold? You apes that are watching,
right.
Let me know if y'all sold. Let me know if you bought more. I bought more. I mean, I bought more as soon
Oh
as
my God.
It was freaking down at 360. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah, trust us. Trust me. Yeah, where do you show your time sales fills? I don't see them anywhere. They can't cover. I love that. They can't cover. They can't cover. Imagine how insanely uninformed you have to be in order to make a statement like that. They can't cover. They can't cover, guys. Yeah, they sold the shares. They borrowed them and they sold them. Sure. Yeah, I'm not disputing that. But what I'm saying is they can't cover. They don't have the money. How do they... Wait a minute. How do they not have the money to cover on something that they've already sold? We've already sold it. We've already collected the money for the sale. The sale occurred at a higher price than the current price. You see what I'm saying? It makes 0 sense to say they can't cover. And they've been saying this for a while. The apes have been saying this for a while. They can't cover. I don't see anybody else really address this. I don't see anybody else really address much of anything, except for, of course, our group and people associated with us here. But, I would love to come across a random video talking about, for example, how it is it shows the world that you have no business being in this fucking thing if you're going to sit there and claim they can't cover, that's why we are here. I would love to come across a random channels like, hey, I found this comment, I want to respond to it. No, I'm not an ape. I've never even looked at AMC, but I just had to respond to this because it's so dumb. Guys, people out there in the world, first-time viewers and such, you got to do your part to expose this grift. I mean, you don't have to. Nobody is obliged to do anything. But, man, I would just love to see that. I would love to see more calling out of this retardation in public at any time. Okay. 90%. That's the number in his head. Oh, yeah, so many things are 90% too. Remember, 90% ownership of the shares by retail. Well, no, I mean, hell, even his own little Weeble thing doesn't even show that. What happened to 90%, bro? I thought it was 90. I thought it was more than 90. Oh, you mean it wasn't? You mean it was never? All right. Yeah, and James, let me be clear. It's an indirect help, okay? I don't care. It's no secret that we don't care what happens to anybody, like in terms of their own portfolios, because it's not anybody's responsibility but yours. So in that sense, I don't care if anybody loses money. Somebody has to lose money for somebody else to make money, basically. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. What I'm not fine with is this right here. This wholesale dishonesty every fucking day. By this clown, by Marantz, by everybody on this fucking list here, these search results. That is what needs to be, in my opinion, reacted against. Now, the retail investors, theoretically, would be helped by the removal of these grifters from YouTube. I believe that. I think it would be better. It would be better without misinformation. It would be better without false information through which you have to wade to get to anything that's, you know, objectively anywhere close to being true. And it's never going to happen anyway because, yeah, it requires full-scale deprogramming and reprogramming. But these grifters, you know, these guys are just opportunists. They are scallywags, you know. They are scoundrels. They see an opportunity to make easy money by pumping something that they know a bunch of people are already trapped in. That's it. So this is what needs to change. Everyday regular investors will be helped by this purge, if you will, or dare I even say ethnic cleansing of YouTube stock pumper grifter assholes. And no, YouTube won't, which is why, you know, I mean, sometimes people just need to be shamed. I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, let's continue.
Couldn't even stop myself. I wanted to stop myself. I told myself, chill. You know, stop putting money in AMC. You already got over 13 grand in AMC. Just.
And he's literally telling you that he has lost the self-control to even stop buying. So yeah, be like this kid. Hold. Great role model.
I couldn't stop myself, guys. I might have a problem. I don't know, but I am freaking buying more. That's
might.
I'm so confident in AMC. I'm so confident in AMC making a comeback, paying off their debt, and being around till the day we die. That's why I'm buying AMC at its lowest
comeback
it's ever been at. I might be crazy. That's why.
Now, don't say that because that's what Lou said. That's what Tony said. And guess what? They were. The company was around until the day they died.
But I'm just letting y'all know. I am just letting y'all know. This guy said AMC Entertainment closes at second lowest price in history. Imagine how bad things would be if the market hadn't been going completely vertical. So, I mean, GameStop was also down 5%. At the end of the day, there's nothing else to do but hold and buy the dip. Like, I am with every single one of you. You know, we're all down.
Well, that's not true.
We're all buying more. We're all ready for what's to come. This guy said AMC...
Well, no. We're not all in the same boat, though. Nah. That's why you shouldn't think of retail investors as one large group of people, because we're individuals. Taking health advice from the neighborhood junkie.
To be manipulated by shorting hedge fund algorithms. A minus 13% share price.
So now we're filling in the details of this of all of these vague ass dumbass statements. Like, for example, you know, the shorts are attacking AMC has become AMC continues to be manipulated by shorting hedge fund algorithms. Oh, so it's shorting hedge fund algorithms now It's algorithms. Yeah, let's buy the let's blame the algorithms. Let's see here. Oh, futures, right? Oh boy, I totally dropped the ball on that. Well, you're not going to want to see it. You're not going to want to see it. I'll show. Sure, we can look at it. So to answer your question, North Star, I don't know what's up with it. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. It looks like it's going up. Yay. The miracle market persists. I mean, the problem here is this is, well, what reality is this shit based in? I don't know. I mean, we have correlations that are thrown off. We have stocks up, and we have, well, yeah, we have the dollar up and we have stocks up. So, and for some reason, my TD Ameritrade is an hour behind still. I don't know why. It didn't change with the time change, apparently. So, Tony Tinko, how you doing, sir? When you live with mommy, you can spend money on a dead stock like AMC and dream that one day you can move out of the basement. The short positions themselves are IA and becoming AI, intelligent AI, and becoming self-aware. That's the next meme grifter conspiracy. Plunge protection team activated. The roaring 20s, yeah. When you guys become bullish, the crash is confirmed. Us here, or are you talking about the meme stocks? Or, I mean, I would say you're probably right, whichever way you mean there. Yeah, but this I mean, I'm just looking at this. Shit. Let's cull this down a little bit here. It's a lot. Okay, I'm just turning on the options for the next couple weeks in the futures, the ES, the S&P 500 futures, just to kind of see like where's the option data, where's the option activity taking place, and so we're looking at call open interest on the left and put open interest on the right. By the way, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to look into this to see. On every option chain in the world, why are call options on the left and put options on the right? I don't really know. I've been trying to think about why that would be the case. I mean, I don't know. Like if I think about, well, yeah, I can't. Maybe it's just the way it is. I guess anybody knows, let me know. Sounds like something that a noisy Korax would know, but I don't know. James has cracked the code. I'm always dead wrong too. I end up oftentimes attempting to fade myself, but then end up getting confused. And yeah, that's the problem. It's like you start thinking in opposite contrarian terms, and I get confused very easily, and I can't ever decide whether, because you have to be honest with yourself about whether you really believe that, and then do you still hold that even though you're now playing the other side of it? It's just hard. Yeah. The markets are based on crack cocaine. also known as the Fed, right? Because, and that is the most pathetic thing about this whole fucking 2 year, 3 years, whatever. None of any of this stuff is based on anything real. It's not based on any promise of anything. It's not based on any factor of society or reality about current events or anything. It's only based on the belief, not even the reality, but the belief, however delusional, however unlikely, however unsubstantiated by history and economic theory of over 250 years. It is based on the belief that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates when markets are at all-time fucking highs, and that somehow that would be good for society. I mean, that's why I say I think this market has gone off the rails. Wall Street has outdone themselves. They have gone, because how long can you deny reality? Well, let's ask the Romans. Let's ask the ancient Romans. Let's ask the ancient Greeks. Let's ask any society that thought that it could just do whatever the fuck it wanted forever. Because guess what? It didn't. It fucking didn't. And it really greases my goose that the institutions of Wall Street have this much control over the narrative, over policy. It's a joke. But it's no more of a joke than our ideas about, hey, we live in a democracy because I get to go vote once a year. That's completely ridiculous. Voting once for candidates that were selected by corporations because they best represent the interests of those corporations. I'm sorry, that's not democracy. You can fuck right off with that. That is not democracy. But, but we live in the freest, most fair, best society, ordained by God from sea to shining sea. Now, let me back up a little bit. AI will hold up the economy. That's what everybody thinks, I guess. Anyway. All right. But anyway, getting back to these options here, just on these futures, what I'm seeing here is, or why I'm looking at this. I see the call open interest on the left, put open interest on the right, and just look at the scale of the y-axis. The call open interest goes up to 20,000 on the labels, whereas the put open interest goes up to 80,000. Now these are for different times. This one here with 20,000, almost 21,000, that expires tomorrow, and that one is for a strike of 53.50, whereas the highest put open interest is 81,000. Expiring tomorrow at a strike price of 4,400. So that's, unfortunately, that person or entity or whoever that was trading those got screwed or lost money, at least in any case. Coming very, very soon. Tell them to go to the emerging markets, or into finance, because that's all we're going to have left here before too long, probably. All of the industries and sectors that got us, that basically, that all of the industries and sectors that were eliminated during my lifetime of 40 years, right? heavy industry manufacturing, tech innovation. I think it's impossible for that stuff to come back here. It just has to be. It has to be shifted to another emerging market. Oh, we're mad at China. Okay, well, we'll go to Malaysia, India, wherever. But like everybody keeps saying, AI will fix it all. Right? Okay. Let's go back to Mr. Mikey's Money. Mikey's Money. 20 in the chat, with many lurking on the outside. Well, welcome to the channel, everybody that's new or stumbled in here somehow. Maybe you're wondering, how in the hell did I stumble here? What is this? Who is this? What the hell is going on? If you don't like the current markets, I say, you probably got good intuition, because I certainly don't like them, but liking and feeling like I have to buy are two different things, or even participate at all, by the way. You don't have to participate.
Strap on the news that AMC might sell $250 million worth of shares sometime in the future. AMC retails relentlessly bought the dip the entire day as algos manipulated the price. Apes not phased at all. I mean, the volume was insane today. We've been buying the dip like crazy, especially today when all of us saw the freaking sharp drop in the morning. And I bought more. I dumped a lot of money into AMC today. I averaged down over 50 cents. And I will continue to average down if AMC continues to stay under $4. I've said it on my channel, if AMC goes below $4, I'm buying more. I tried to stop myself, but I couldn't. I literally freaking couldn't. I don't know if I'm addicted to AMC. I don't know what the frick's going on. I'm just buying more. That is all I gotta say. I'm leaving these videos here for eternity. So in the future, maybe I'll look back. Maybe I'll say I was stupid. Maybe I'm a genius. I don't know right now, obviously. I'm in the same...
The problem with the domestic semiconductor production ramp up is...
My favorite stock.
This stuff takes so long to get roll. I mean... I heard an analysis the other day. I wish I could remember where it was, where I heard this, but it was being discussed, and you have a chip shortage, and then you have a government reaction pumping billions of dollars, trillions of dollars into an industry, and then of course you can't instantly snap your fingers and make the factories and the chip fabs appear, so. That takes time. It takes time for training. It's everything, So how many years will it be until those plants come online? Meanwhile, in the emerging markets around the world, you see what I'm saying? So where will the chip shortage be by the time those factories come online? Will we even need, will AI even be a thing still? Or will that bubble have deflated? Now, I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying these are questions. So, yeah, we can say, oh, domestic semiconductor production is ramping up. But what does that practically mean? It means in the short term, yes, there's going to be a pump in the stock price. Great. Fucking fantastic. That's just what we need. More reasons for things to go up. But is it realistic? Or is it delusional? There's been a lot of delusion. These are just questions that I think about, And if it came from the mainstream media, which I know that did, is that another thing like Jim Cramer's, guys, anyway. Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody wants to revisit the metaverse, and I've been bringing it up lately. I've been mentioning it to see if anybody even noticed. A honey baked, my friend, because you Remember the metaverse bubble? Yeah, I do actually. It's hard to remember it because it was like pre-AI. It was before the whole NVIDIA AI mania really took off, which is crazy because ChatGPT has been out since before. Anyway, and whatever. I don't know. AI has been, NVIDIA's AI chips have been out for years too, but all of a sudden now. But before the AI craze, it was the metaverse craze, and then it turned out that oh yeah, actually that was a stupid idea. Everybody was right. Everybody who said this is retarded and it's never going to happen and what the fuck was right. But of course, well, I guess so were people that bet on the Meta stock price, right? Because yeah, wow, all-time highs recently. Holy crap. I mean, I'm just so glad that our society rewards innovation so well. I mean, that's really truly the thing to pull out of this here. That our society is grounded in reality. We are grounded in evidence-based thinking. We are grounded in tangible results. Not vapor. I can't even talk about fucking vaporware. You want to talk about vaporware? Is there a bigger vaporware platform than fucking Facebook? Really? And then the only one, sorry. Is some of the other tech billionaire tech mogul type folks, like we're gonna go to Mars by 2023 type folks. They, it's funny because it's not truly vaporware because there are products that come out, but they're so overhyped and they're so under-delivered that for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's basically vaporware. Cool. Gotta wonder if all these orders for the semis hold up because one could fuck around and see a oversupply for decreasing demand. That's NVIDIA nightmare scenario, and I've seen that talked about too. Yeah, I mean, sometimes businesses they double order, they over order to secure supply based on a perceived demand for the future that doesn't come, and then the orders get canceled. That's why I want to know. I'm not gonna buy NVIDIA, and I'm not gonna short NVIDIA. So it's not for those reasons. I'm just curious, but like how many? What were the actual numbers of chips delivered? How do those numbers really break down? I just haven't looked into it because it doesn't really, I don't think I need to go to that level to be able to come to the conclusion that I think I can come to. But more data is always good. But yeah, I don't know. It sure is. And then there's the whole question of, all right, the major cloud providers are buying NVIDIA chips, right, for their AI systems. Everybody. Because you have to be AI in order to be the future. But, like, does it really? Are these companies really going to spend billions of dollars on AI chips at a time? There's so many questions, and I think just like with a lot of the other things that we've seen, the true impact of something may not be in the thing itself, but it could be in the perception of that. Right? So I'm just saying, perception is reality. It doesn't matter if they ultimately deliver on these things. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. The impact is felt now. But the flip side of that is you can only kick a can down the road for so long before the bill comes due. If it was truly kicked down the road. Okay. So let's see here. I'm just gonna see what else is here. But I don't know as far else as futures and macro and market information. Like what I don't really know what else to say. I don't know what's going on. The only thing what my gut tells me and what actually is provable with evidence are probably two different things. But I see what I normally see. What do you normally see, Scott? Well, I don't know if I really need to answer that, but it looks like a bunch of garbage to me. By the way, if you're getting something from this, even if it's just a laugh at how stupid I am, how clueless I am, how much of a paid shill I obviously must be, and my propensity to use redundancies such as paid shill, hit the like button, okay? You're not going to get this level of sardonic irreverence from anywhere else, I don't think. Not that I've found. But sardonic, yet college-educated irreverence. So I think we specialize in that sort of that niche. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass here. Anyway. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. With repetition and familiarity comes comfort, right? Or the more that something happens and seems to be normalized, the more likely one is to believe it and just go along with it. Well, I'm telling you this right now. I don't believe this rally. I know. But especially now, especially on April 1st, 2024, after everything, I don't fucking believe it. And that doesn't mean that it can't continue. Hear me on this. That does not mean that it cannot continue. In other words, it can absolutely go an infinite amount higher, I'll even say. But I still think it's disingenuous. And what I'm saying is that what did we always hear about these types of scenarios? Well, the market wants to get everybody to be bullish, right? Because when everybody's on the same side of a trade, now you're starting to get into some dangerous territory. So I think we are nearing the completion of the all-time high pump before we start to see massive amounts of pain in a group of investors that is, for the most part, doing pretty decent, right? I had my chat on top and not live, so I was missing a lot. So, for example, like I got James leaving. Thanks, James. Have a good one. Sardonic sarcasm, I think it is. Repetition is the mother of skill. Every day this rally goes on, the higher the chances of a drop. That's the way easier, simpler way to say what I'm trying to say. Yes. You guys need to long so it can crash already. And that's what I'm telling you. it's not going to happen. I will sit it out and watch it happen, but I'm not going to capitulate to being bullish only to get crushed again. I'm not doing that. So I'll be happy where I am, or not participating and just doing the 401k stuff, which happens automatically. I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to be. I'm not going to. And I'm just saying, like, this is what happens. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not that it matters to anybody else, and I don't want anybody to, be a, try to follow anything that we say, just other than, really think about things. It's not all about the numbers, in the sense that finance is only about math and numbers and quantities of money. Finance is about human behavior, psychology, tendencies. To me, these are the things that make finance interesting, not the Black-Scholes formula, not, SPY being at whatever. It's the stuff behind the numbers, if you will. The sentiment, the ideas of momentum, fact versus fiction versus perceived reality. These things, in many ways, have a lot more impact in an immediate sense than something like the sales numbers from the quarter. That's once a quarter, 4 times a year. How many times do people watch financial media, read the news, talk to other people? Okay, so that's why we don't really do the technical analysis thing. Although, to be fair, that is about a lot of these ideas that we're talking about. Psychology, behavioral aspects, and whatnot. And James just can't seem to let go. Go to bed. Go to bed, sir. The belief that the Fed will pump the market again, I can't believe people believe that, but they really do. Yeah, and I can't either. But then I also know how the Fed is usually wrong. The Fed is usually not doing something that benefits most people. So, and that's why I think we had a discussion the other day. The Fed, or I can't remember if it was with James or it was in Telegram. By the way, I'll mention this too. We do have an off YouTube chat on Telegram. The link to that is in the description. It's a Telegram link. And everybody's invited. Free. It's not a scam. Famous last words. But we like the Telegram platform because it's open source. It's an open source platform. It's decentralized. We're not into the whole centralization thing. And we're certainly not into the whole premium, features and closed source nature of something like Discord, for example. So let the gamers have Discord. We're on Telegram, and and you can use and it's an open source client. You can use any number of third party Telegram clients, or you can roll your own, as they say, because the source code is open. You can get it. You can change it and recompile. I mean, we could have a Scotty Allen Finance Telegram client. Maybe I'll do that. I'll modify the original, put our logo on it, and make it available for download, and it'll already have our chat loaded in it, ready to go. Customized client. But you can do that on Telegram. You can't do that on Discord. Anyway, we would love to have everybody there, if even just to come in, lurk, and laugh at our stupidity. Okay. I mean, Bitcoin to 150K this year? Sure, why not? It is Bitcoin and crypto, especially Bitcoin, and Ethereum is probably about to be there too, is now the, if you will, useful idiot of BlackRock and Wall Street. Congratulations. They have completed their usurpment of crypto. Decentralized finance, baby. I mean, I think this most recent rally all but proves that. So I don't really see why there's any reason to even pay attention to it, to be honest. It's about as irrelevant to me as the stock market at this point. It's just another vehicle for moving, for the Wall Street way. I'm not going to say crime. Wall Street slime. I'm not going to say crime, but I'll say slime. All right. Well, I've been talking quite a bit here. Let's shift back over to this YouTube thing. We had some other suggestions in here from Telegram throughout the last few hours. So we'll throw these in, and I'll give my voice a break and drink some water here. So here we go. By the way, you know these guys? Internet Today? Love these guys. Love these guys. All right.
What's up, man? This Frankie. Let me say I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion, may not necessarily be factual. Don't buy, sell, or hold a stock, or get in a short squeeze play, buy crypto, or do any of that, man, based on what I say in this video. I'm just an entertainer, man, on YouTube. Check this out. First of all, let me give a shout out to Tony De Niro. Because I don't agree with, when it comes to GTII, I don't agree with Tony De Niro as far as what he said about how many counterfeit shares allegedly that's in GTII. However, I do agree with him criticizing GTII for not doing shit, because they ain't been doing anything, in my opinion. So I applaud him for that, because he's been absolutely correct. But let me say this, man. I was watching Not Legal Advice video. That's what prompted me to do this video. Look, in my
Wait a minute. So they have GTII here under a medical/nursing services, health services. I thought they were like, or maybe I'm getting that confused with one of these other shitcos. I mean, they don't do anything, right? This is not a company, really, right? Like, there's nothing here. I'm going to have to look into that, but wow. Okay. Medical.
Allegedly, criminal short sellers, probably counterfeiting short sellers, probably steal billions or trillions of dollars from retail investors over the past.
I would love for someone to explain how short sellers are able to counterfeit shares in an electronic market. I mean, I think that needs to be explained. I think that they've gotten enough mileage out of this phrase or idea that we need to know how exactly that is happening. And, I mean, ideally, how you know it's happening in terms of what evidence there is. I mean, I'm being a bit disingenuous because I know that there isn't. But, I mean, yeah, wouldn't you like to know? I mean, not only could you make so much more money, yeah, I guess I didn't even consider that. But true, yeah, we could. We could start doing it. Maybe that's why they don't want to say, because they don't want the apes to start doing it. Because, you know, the old, if you can't beat them, join them thing. Maybe they're afraid that they will join the counterfeiters. But in all reality, it's like saying that somehow I'm going to counterfeit, like, money in my online bank account. What's the difference? How would you counterfeit money into a online bank account? How do you counterfeit shares into electronic market? I don't know. You can sell naked puts with margin. It's perfectly natural. That's not naked short selling. That's not short selling, my friend. That's buying a put. That does not result in what you think it results in. I guess it's a nice try, but you came up with something. Sell covered puts off every 100 share short? Sure you can. But again, you've short sold 100 shares. Your broker will not execute that order unless they can borrow those shares. So if you have a short position, your broker has borrowed the shares. Period. So again, I say, you know, what the fuck? Normal functioning of the market does not result in massive, widespread, counterfeit, naked short selling. Operationally, yes, it happens. Like if you buy something and then sell it immediately, it still has to go through a 2-day settlement to get to you. And you already sold it on the same day. So there's a 2-day settlement for that. There's a 2-day settlement for whoever you sold it to. So yeah, it's not gonna get there in time. That's fine. It will. But that's not what we're talking about here. He's talking about counterfeiting. That's different. It's also different from, you know, anything having to do with naked puts or option plays. Doesn't result in that. But that's normal functioning of a market. Yeah, nobody has it. Nobody has anything because it's not real. It's not real.
3.5 years and all these.
But I mean, does he care? Does he really care?
Different short squeeze plays. And you know me, man. I'm of the opinion that Wall Street is corrupt, and a lot of these short sellers is criminals. That's just my personal opinion.
Wall Street is corrupt. I mean that's not, you know, that can be shown with evidence. Sure, that can be absolutely shown to be true. But why does it have to be the short sellers that are the criminals? See, this is where things start to break down into biases. Why does it have to be the short sellers? I mean, in my opinion, because I think that this market is overvalued, I would say pumpers are engaging in fraud. The bullish sentiment is out of control. Of course, I'm not down 90% on a stock, so maybe I would feel differently. That's bias, my friends. Congratulations. So we have to filter that out and try to be realistic about this. Is Wall Street, quote unquote, corrupt? Probably. And we can point to instances of the past. Sure. Crime that they say there is. So what day after week after month?
But when you
pretty simple.
These short squeeze plays, I think the management teams in these companies, a lot of the CEOs, they are just as responsible as criminal short sellers and these bad actors for retail investors being financially devastated in these short squeeze plays.
No.
And I think
No.
and these management teams for these
cutting losses is a real thing.
To be trusted. I think they
just because you don't do it, that doesn't mean that it's someone else's fault that you lost money.
Emotions. You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
And I think a lot of these management teams and these CEOs.
That's why investing is hard. It's not easy.
Investors. So
you have to
retail investor
not fall for the grift.
Investing in GTII. So GTII,
you can't beat them, join them.
Supposed to be one of these companies that have been attacked by these criminal short.
Supposed to be by, according to who?
And counterfeit shares over the past 3.5 years. So retail investors stepped in to help GTII and to help this company fight the short sellers.
Oh, to help them fight the short seller. Right. Let's help a shell company that hasn't made not only a profit, but I don't believe that they even report revenue. I don't believe that they even report any money coming in. Let's help them. Yes, they deserve our help. I mean, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. I mean, you deserve to lose your money if you fucking bought something like GTII. God damn.
I was listening to Not Legal Advice video. And here's what I found out. According to him, allegedly, man, according to the last 10K filing that GTII put out there, as far as being able to generate income, they didn't generate no income in 2022.
I mean, and that was, okay, great. Now you know that, but you know it retroactively. In other words, you did retroactive DD. This DD was available. It's not like, I mean, unless this was just listed. Oh, nope, sure wasn't. So it was, what, before the meme stock mania, it was like 17 cents, 1 cent. It was a penny stock then. And then something happened. Well, we know what happened. OTC stocks, are easily manipulated. Look at that trading volume, 338,000 shares traded. Sweet. Market cap of 100 fucking million. Negative beta, though. There's your negative beta, apes. I mean, yeah, boom. There it is. Cool.
2023.
Retroactive DD doesn't work. You got to do it proactively. Why didn't you know that this company was a fucking shit co beforehand? Even though we were in the period of time when actually shit co's were the ones that were squeezing. Well, short squeezes are also, I'm sorry to say, not a viable strategy. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot count on them happening. Especially after, one or two of them happen already. And it gets onto Reddit. And everybody thinks that, the only reason anything would go up is because of a squeeze. The only reason anything would go down is because of naked short selling. And that's the point we got to. That is the point we got to.
3 may end up being the same way. You see what I'm saying? And see, man, they haven't been able to complete any business deals. So in essence, man, GTII allegedly, man, they ain't making no money.
Brazilian swaps have nothing to do with why any of these stocks are down.
Team, and you got the CEO, they getting paid.
Those shares are already
selling shares
held by an institution, and then they're traded somewhere else. It's irrelevant.
The management team and the CEO.
Otherwise,
shares.
Again, we could examine some evidence if there were any, but there isn't. I'm not going to go fishing to prove something that's never been proven to begin with. That's not how critical thinking works.
Then on top of that, the company ain't making no money.
Yeah, because why are they only selling shares, not buying shares? Well, who in their fucking right mind would buy shares in this quote-unquote company anyway? Secondly, they're not paying for their worthless, practically, shares. I mean, functionally worthless, but nominally not worthless. Nominally, they have a worth that is enriching them, the insiders. So, yeah, great.
No business deal.
You lined their pockets, Frankie. That's what you did. You lined their fucking pockets by buying this crap. This is your doing.
Created. And you got all these allegedly counterfeit shares coming in the stock. And what that's doing, man, that's causing the stock to be destroyed. It's
the
retail investors to be financially destroyed. So at this point, man, I got to start asking myself.
It's funny because there's no evidence of that happening ever. Like, I challenge anybody who thinks that I'm wrong here and that wants to challenge this point. Find any example of short selling. I don't care whether it's naked or not. I'll widen it to legal short selling or naked illegal shorts, whatever. I don't care. Fuck. Why don't we just say this? Find an example of trading activity in a stock. Trading activity. Buying, selling, short selling, options, whatever. Where the trading activity because the market capitalization of a company is different than the operating income, losses, revenue, and the company's operational books. Those two things are not cross-pollinated. The only time that they are is when there's a share offering. So, if you think about it, it's almost like, how could it? If the stock goes to zero, who's ever seen a stock go to zero that wasn't already a bankruptcy, involved in scandal, whatever? Like, I'm talking a company that's operating, turning a profit. Trading activity happens, and because of the trading activity, not because of shady business deals, not because of anything else, no exogenous factors, only the trading activity destroyed the company. Find an example of that, then we can talk about that. But I've looked, I know others have looked. Conventional wisdom is it doesn't work like that. And it's funny because sometimes conventional wisdom actually will help you if you just put aside your ego and the thought that you know everything and that you've reinvented the wheel and it's better, and go with something and verify it, find the evidence to support that or that refutes it if it does actually refute it. I'm just saying, this is delusional. We've heard this for 3 years now, and I've been trying to say, look, it doesn't work like that. If it did, that would be fucked up. Somebody could come along and trade shares in my company that's listed on the stock exchange. They didn't buy the shares originally. We never benefited from their capital infusion. They come along and buy the shares in the market from some other asshole who's trading them. And somehow that can bankrupt my company. Yeah, I don't want to be listed on that stock exchange, please. Imagine if that were the case. The whole thing would be even more of a joke than it is. I don't understand how anybody can take this shit seriously. It's, I guess if you believe that it's possible, which is a completely misguided belief, then okay, your beliefs are informed by misinformation. But we're so far past correcting these basic lacks of understanding that it's like, I know I'm pissing into the wind here.
Question.
All right.
Is GTII, the CEOs and the management team, are they grifting off of retail investors? Are they pimping retail investors? Are they using?
Sure. Just assume that they are. Oh, I'm fine with that.
See what I'm saying? I got to start asking that question because the management team ain't buying no shares, but they selling shares. And listening to not legal advice.
Hey, AMC insiders doing the same thing, baby.
800,000 shares in 1 year, and the rest of the management team, they selling shares too. But like I said, they ain't buying no shares, they ain't generating no income, but they selling shares. And it looked like to me what they're doing, man, this is just my personal.
The Maverick of Wall Street said recently that you're not rich in this country unless you have an entity in the stock market that you can pull money out of. This is another example of that.
You see what I'm saying, man? And that's not, that ain't gonna work. You see what I'm saying, man?
I mean, yeah, that sucks.
The management team and the CEO.
But why would you support it?
Just out here, man, living off of retail investors. Retail investors cannot continue.
Well, yes, they can.
CEO and the management team at GTI.
Well, then they need to stop buying the stocks of shit corporations. quote unquote corporations.
Do they
Come
really
on.
want to stop short
This is
sellers?
all your fucking
I mean,
fault.
why would they want to stop short sellers, man? Because they getting rich and they getting paid allegedly. You see what I'm saying? Man, what happened to...
Oh, my God.
They knew all these naked shorts was in the stock. We got this magnificent, man, attorney. We got this magnificent legal team. They supposed to be doing something, man, about the short
Oh, yeah. I've heard that before. Wes Christian, huh?
It's still being attacked. It's sitting at 30 cents. And all you got, man, is, you know...
I mean, for real. He even sees that it's a scam.
No business deal being done. No money being made. Come on, bro.
But he's caught in it.
Man. But thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
No, it can't. No, it can't continue to happen. And who has the fucking power to change it? Not me. Not a noisy Korax, because we fucking tried. If we could, yeah, I mean, the reality is, though, just like Frankie said, you know, do they even want to stop short sellers? Well, I don't know, and I don't care, because it doesn't matter. But you could say the same thing about what we're trying to do. Do we really want to stop these grifter idiots? Because the more people that these people mislead, the more easy targets there are in the market, the more cannon fodder there is, or something. I don't think like that personally. You know, there's always going to be people that are on the wrong side of trades. A lot of the times it's going to be me. So I don't think we need to preserve idiots so that we have, you know, useful idiots to take money from. It's just a natural function of the way that things are. Okay, so he's losing a little bit of faith, it looks like. All right, now let's move on to a feature presentation here. That's a joke.
Jim, I'll just give you, I know you didn't ask, but since you brought it up, I'll give you my perspective, which may be different than some hardcore apes. If you got in this play expecting that the CEO's sole concern should be making a short squeeze, well, you got in the play with some wrong expectations.
Okay, now just to put for context here, I don't know, and I don't know why we've got this section over here that's like the old where the chat was, but it's not. Yeah, here, let me get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Come on, YouTube. Your CSS fucking sucks. All right. Market Watch live stream 3/21/22. So this is from March 31st, 2022, exactly 2 years ago. Think about how your life has changed in 2 years. Let's reflect, shall we? No. Just FYI, I just want to point that out because even I honestly, I didn't notice it at first. I saw 331. I thought, oh, it's from today. No. All right. So I'm going to take it back. This is from 2 years ago today.
I know you didn't ask, but since you brought it up, I'll give you my perspective, which may be different than some hardcore apes. If you got in this play expecting that the CEO's sole concern should be making a short squeeze, well, you got in the play with some wrong expectations. And I see even people OGs screaming on Twitter at Adam Aron saying, make this fucking thing squeeze. His job is to fix the company and improve the fundamentals. And I can assure you that when that happens, the squeeze will happen. It's not on maybe the timeline that everyone wanted, but his job is not to force a squeeze. His job is to
I'm assuming this is part of the act here. So I'm going to let it play. It is playing still. So this is not me. This is one of those times when you kind of just have to say,
hey, what happened? Hey, what happened?
oh, look, the chat's back, and now they're saying, Mine went black too. Black here as well. Mine also. We must be getting close. Oh, what happened? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. PH Dragon 34. Yes, bad back. PC. Here's Tony in the chat. PC froze. This is 2 years ago. PC froze. Let me see if I can save it. Hedgie's got Tony. Yikes. Could be a sign. Let's go. I think he went to lunch or quiet the chickens. Tinfoil Theory says it's self-censorship. Is that like self-shorting? It's like AMC shorted their own shares. I guess that's a possibility. Chatting from my iPad, rebooting PC. Did he call tech support? I wonder. Bad back. Everybody loves your compilations. Keep them fucking coming, my friend. That's an order. Hopefully that order will be filled at market price. So keep them coming. Don't bet against tulips. Does he ever come back? Black screen of death. They don't want mucho dinero spitting those truth bombs. Okay, well, that's it. Black bags, black bags. But I guess it could be a GPU failure. I thought I read CPU failure at first there, but GPU fail. I mean, you know, it probably was just like OBS got like the input got the source got muted or the source got hidden or something. Like, you know. Oh. My stream died. My stream died. Well, not really, but you know. Who knows? He's too busy making those stacks, Lynn. And I get it. You know, to watch all that garbage and clip it out. I can't even watch my own garbage and clip it out. I can't even do that, much less, you know, spend that much time with these grifters throughout the week. Here we go. So,
video. And in this video, get ready for a treat. Get you something to drink, sit down and buckle up, because in this video, I'm going to tell you what the plan is. Okay? Now.
Okay. Okay, but I don't know if I want you to tell. I mean, but we could just read the earnings. Well, anyway, okay, fine. Whatever.
I'm not going to give you a conspiracy theory. I'm going to show you in the documents what the plan is for AMC moving forward.
Oh, good. So we are going to use the documents. Okay, cool.
You want to know what the plan is, people, of what AMC's got going on, then you go over to the prospectus and you could press Control F and you type in plan of distribution, and lo and behold, boom, I'll be down. They lay out the plan of the distribution. There's no mystery. All I have to do is read this. And when I read this, then I know what the plan will be. Man, I'll blow my motherfucking phone up. I know I made some of y'all mad.
That is some goddamn logic. That he nailed that one.
When I tell you I know what the plan is, it's because I've read the plan, people. All right, now let me begin by doing this. when a person deserves a shout out, I give them a shout out. When they deserve that ass spanking, I give them an ass spanking too. And Cowboy Clown is the one who taught me what I'm about to share with you.
Who is this?
There was a time when he would open
Cowboy
up and
Clown.
show how to read these financials, but he don't do it no more. All right? But at one point he used to, and I used to hang on every word and listen.
Yeah.
And he would tell
Probably
us
because, everybody who wanted to learn it has already done so.
is nothing more than copy paste. That whatever the last prospectus is, it's the same prospectus except for the numbers. Okay? Okay, let me give you an example.
Really? I never would have guessed that. And I never noticed that. And all of the earnings reports that I've looked at since AMC has been a thing, I've never noticed that there's copied and pasted sections. That's brilliant.
Of what I'm talking about when I say copy and paste. Here is the plan. The plan is for AMC to enter into a distribution agreement with Citigroup, Barclay, Riley, and Goldman Sachs.
Oh, here, I thought we were talking about distribution like film distribution. They're talking about the share offering? Oh, this is boring as fuck. Okay, fine.
May offer and sell.
Jesus Christ. Same shit over and over and over and over again. Chase our tails.
Offering price.
I see why you skimmed through it. Corax.
That's the plan. Now, if you go over here to the November prospectus and you search for and you find the plan of distribution, he's explaining to you on November 9th, 2023, that the plan was to enter into an equity distribution agreement with Citi and Barclay and Riley and Goldman Sachs as our sale agents, under which we may offer to and sell from time to time our Class A common stock, having an aggregate offering price of up to $350 million. So you see how that whole sentence is nothing but copy and paste, and all that gets changed is the number. But the plan stays the same. Now, when the plan changes, then what's going to happen? They're going to tell you. And it's going to be important for you to be watching, because these things are copy and paste, just like Cowboy Clown taught everybody. All right? And if there's a change in the plan, what does that mean? It means the plan has changed. Common sense, I know, but some people just don't get it. That when you're reading the plan, you're looking for what is changing, because when the plan changes...
That's a good question, Bbbyq. It's hard to tell with some of these guys anymore. I don't even know. I don't know what he is... I don't know what...
The sales...
I don't know. Good question.
On behalf or purchase shares of our Class A common stock as principals. If we sell Class A common stock to the sales agent, Citigroup, Barclay, Riley, Goldman Sachs, as principals, or people that's buying it, we will enter into a separate terms agreement with the sales agent, and we will describe the terms of the offering of those shares in a separate prospectus supplement or pricing. You go over here to November, and it basically says exactly the same thing. That if one of the sales agent needs the shares, they have the first bat. They get to buy the shares first, and they get it at a discounted rate. All right? So, if you want to know if Citigroup is short and Aron is helping the shorts, Citigroup, if they're short and they need these shares to close out their position, they are the first ones up the bat. And if Barclay is, and Riley is, and Goldman is, then yes, he is offering them these shares if they want to. Not a conspiracy theory. It's in the plan. Okay? Let me show you something else that's in the...
Well, yeah, because they're the ones that are acting as sales agents, right?
Plan. The next paragraph tells me that the plan is this. Sales, if any, of our shares of Class A common stock under the distribution agreement may be made in ordinary broker transactions to or through a market maker on or through the New York Stock Exchange or any other market venue where the securities may be traded. Now, what's the plan? The plan is sell the shares. And eventually the shares end up in whose hands? The market makers. And then the market maker makes the decision of what goes to the New York Stock Exchange and what shares they can sell on any other market venue, i.e. dark pool. So, is that conspiracy? Or do they tell you that's the plan? That's the plan, people.
But that's what brokers do, though. They're not saying anything there, because they are entering into an equity distribution agreement with sales agents, i.e. brokers. So, how do brokers operate? They essentially buy and sell shares on behalf of another customer, on behalf of a customer. How? Well, ordinary broker transaction to a market maker or any other market venue where the securities can be traded, or over the counter, or privately negotiated transactions, block trades. That's how brokers operate.
They're short.
Nothing new there.
And if whoever else buys the shares, fuck it, you can dump them in the dark pool. We don't give a fuck. That's part of the plan. Now, I told y'all that this is the plan. It's always been the plan. And when you read this, then what you really...
Well, I mean, it's not... No. I mean, they... Jesus Christ. I just hate the way that these fucking clowns talk about this shit.
What you're doing is you're looking for if the plan ever changes, and it does this time. This prospectus is different than all the other prospectuses in the past.
Ooh.
Because I found the change. All right, the plan has changed, and here is the difference. Settlement of any shares of our Class A common stock will occur on the second business day and on or after May 28, 2024, the first business day, following the date on which such sales were made. Okay? Copy and paste. Except for they added this line right here. And on or after May 28th, the first business day. In other words, if one of these people want to buy these shares, you want to take advantage of the T2 settlement system, you have until May 28th. All right? And that's part of the plan now.
Oh.
Now, I've got other things.
But it just reflects the reality that the market is moving to T+1 settlement at that time. So how is this really part of the plan? The plan is simply following what the market is doing, and they just say settlement will occur on the second business day and on or after May 28th, the first business day. Okay, cool. What is that? All right, great.
How they're fixing to
go ahead.
A dividend and shit like that. All right, I believe they're going to do that. I believe that's part of the plan. I'm going to show y'all in another.
Wait, is it in the prospectus though? Because you have ingrained in me now that I must read it, and it must be there. I like this new CSI. This is an evidence-based CSI, which is the way that CSI should be, right? Common sense. Oh, never mind. But anyway, yeah, it should be evidence-based. And he said if it, they're going to tell us. All right, cool.
But for now.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on, I got to go back.
All right. And that's part of the plan now. Now, I've got other things I could share with y'all about how they're fixing to give a dividend and shit like that. All right. I believe they're going to do that. I believe that's part of the plan. I'm going to show y'all in another video sometime. But for now,
he's going to show us in another video sometime. So he spent 8 minutes talking about how, cowboy, clown, cowboy, whatever. It was reading this, and it's all here in black and white, and it's not made up. But then at just over 8 minutes in, now he starts talking about, well, I could show you all other stuff, like this dividend that I believe is going to happen, and I'll show you some stuff on a video sometime in the future. Bull fucking shit. Come on. Are you serious? Man,
you need to understand that whatever's changed in this...
No, you need to fucking understand, motherfucker. What don't you understand? How in the fuck can you literally sit there and say one thing and then literally bring up speculative bullshit with no evidence? But we got to throw in something fucking bullish, don't we? Fuck you.
They went to T1.
What a fucking clown.
Further than that, and say we're not even do that. I believe.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going to show y'all in another video sometime. But for now, you need to understand that whatever's changed in this plan is important, and they went to T1, and I'm going to go even further than that and say we're not even in a T1 system. We're in a T0 system, people.
AMC had nothing to do with T1. So I don't see how it's relevant. They're simply saying that settlement where it will occur, the only reason they mention it is because it changes literally during the offering period. That's it. Clearly.
You understand that? T0. That whenever, put it like this, when you are looking at your Stocko tracker and there's no shares to borrow, and all of a sudden there's 1.5 million, and here comes the videos on YouTube. Oh, where did they just find 1.5 million shares of AMC to borrow?
Well, they didn't find them. Well, I'll stop you right there, partner, because the question was flawed. They didn't find 1 million shares. And if you understand how fucking share lending works, you would know that. And I wouldn't have to keep fucking, I don't have to, but I wouldn't feel obliged to correct everybody every time they say such ridiculous shit. They didn't find 100, however many shares. Return shares on the fucking share lending count is not shares that were found. It is shares that were fucking returned. In other words, short positions that were closed. It's not hard, but you refuse to believe that shorts have covered their position. You guys decided that years ago, that they haven't covered and they were never going to. Fuck you. No. No.
They just buying 1.5 million shares of AMC to borrow. That shit stopped. That shit's over. If a lender loans out shares,
no,
they have to report that to the SEC right then. Right then.
But that doesn't mean that you get that data. You don't get that information right then. What are you talking about? Now, I just wish that people would shut the fuck up. Where's Tony? Tony's twits when you need him, you know? Really, for real. I mean...
And, you know, if you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak and just be proven complete imbecile in the matter. Okay, so...
And this happens over and over with this guy. And then just everybody, you know, nobody ever cares. It's just a part of life. These grifters lie. They give you an incomplete picture. Just move on. You know, it doesn't matter. He means well. No, he doesn't. I refuse to believe that. Yeah, I mean, that's being too kind. Why even watch the rest of this, to be honest, you know? But I'm just curious, how much more can somebody butcher something?
Whoever receives them shares, they have to report to the SEC that they have received them shares. And if the borrower returns the shares, they got 15 minutes to notify the SEC that they've returned the shares, and now they're open for being lending out again.
Well, you know what? That's the magic of technology. You know what's going to do? You know what's going to handle that? Yeah, you know, an automated system. An automated system, not unlike the types of automated systems that operate the market halts, by the way, for example. That compare the prices over the last few minutes to see if the price has gone up or down by an amount that is higher than the threshold bands, right? For market halts, for volatility halts, limit up, limit down. It's all automatic. It's all automatic. So will this be. So, I mean, I don't care. 15 minutes, whatever. Shit happens automatically in the markets all the time.
Zero. That's right now. But
that's not settlement, though. That's, I mean, he's confusing some things there. That's not really true because the shares have to be settled still. Or, I guess, strictly speaking, maybe, you know, the settlement happens and then they get reported, or they get reported and the settlement happens. Either way, there is a 1 day. It's not T0. It's still 1 day. It's already the case that shares can be relent without having to go through settlement. Let me throw that out there. It's already the case that shares, lending obligations can be transferred from one entity to the other without going back through the lending facility. So they can create kind of an OTC transfer of lending, if you will. Like, I've already borrowed, you know, whatever. I'm not going to make it stock. I've already borrowed the widget from the bank, and you want to borrow the widget from the bank, but it's easier for me to just, it's easier for us to create a contract and for me to give you the widget that I borrowed because I'm done with it. You see? And so that can happen. But it's still not zero.
Griffin and all the rest of the market makers are suing the SEC to stop. But until we can get to that point, which is right there at the end of the lawsuit, we're in T1 now.
Hey, North Star 420. So fucking what? Why do I care? Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Good, I guess. I guess that's what I'm supposed to say. Good.
Well, I was laying on the couch.
Why would he like me?
And I looked at it.
He's a fucking lying piece of shit. A grifter. A manipulator.
2024. And I said, dude.
Of course he doesn't like me.
I forgot that they had voted on this.
What's up with you, man? Something going on?
And I thought.
I don't know.
Hey, I just got an email from Moo. They going to T1 on May 28th. And somebody informs me, yes, it's the entire industry.
I think the real, you know, groundbreaking news would be Morantz doesn't like himself. What's to like? But, you know, I mean, when I see somebody who is as hateful, destructive, toxic, and all the things that he is, intolerant, yeah, intolerant. I see somebody who's deeply unhappy. His problems aren't with the world, they're with himself. That's way beyond anything that I give a fuck about.
T1. So I said, okay, this is important. Why? Because it's part of the new plan. It's the change that they've made here.
Okay.
Right? So it's got to be significant. And if you want to know the significance of it all, you can go to the dtcc.com/UST1, and it's going to be all about the T2, T1 settlement.
Okay.
Pass, when it gets implemented.
Right.
Tell y'all,
okay,
people, Ken Griffin is shitting his pants right now. Because
no, he's not. No, he's not.
Remember when I reported to y'all that this man must have been retarded when he called out fucking Gary Gensler and told him, if you come step into me, you better come in more than blue windbreakers and a smile, motherfucker. That was an insult to Gary Gensler. And I told y'all they was all going to rise up against him. And this is the move. And they fixing to bring King Griffin's bitch ass down.
No, they're not. Oh, my God. If you believe that, you are fucked, and you deserve to be. Now, I don't care about Ken Griffin one way or the other. I really don't. But isn't it convenient that now CSI has aligned something that has absolutely nothing to do with AMC with something that has absolutely nothing to do with Citadel? He has aligned a bunch of shit that is completely unrelated. This is what the apes do, by the way. This is ideas of reference right here. 100 fucking %. This is ideas of reference. Which is, you know, good luck. Good fucking luck. By the way, what I'm saying is that he's delusional. Or he thinks that he can sell a delusional fucking idea to a group of delusional bag holders. But, I mean, before it was, oh, they're going to ban payment for order flow. And we said, no, they're not. No, they're not. That all that is performative nonsense that Congress will come out with, that Gary Gensler will talk about to try to reinstill confidence in retail investors. Probably. It wouldn't surprise me if Marantz were a flat earther. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not really talking about Marantz right now, so I don't know. But probably because he does not care about evidence. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Not everybody was blessed with a brain, I guess. I don't know. Okay, that was fun, but yeah. Oh boy. All right. A couple more here and let everybody get back to their Easter Sunday festivities. Okay. So we did the Tony. Oh no, but there's another Tony. Wait, is there? Is this the same one? Well, anyway, let's see.
After AMC's $250 million at the market offer
1 day ago.
on Friday,
1 day
you guys
ago.
have been bombarding me with questions. In this video, I'm going to cover the most popular questions I am receiving. Do I think AMC is going to do a reverse split? And what the heck is going to happen with the price action next week? Let's get right into it.
Is it just my
Happy Saturday, and I hope you all are
sense here? Is his audio low?
spending some time with your family and loved ones. I wanted to
3-day weekend. How's that? I worked Friday. I work Monday. Easter ain't no 3-day weekend.
take a quick minute out of my day
Whatever.
to answer some of these questions that you
I guess that's what I get for working for private equity.
Start off with a recap of the last couple weeks or so. As I discussed in the videos on Thursday, I think it was, when we went over this topic on the live stream, I did sell most of my AMC on Wednesday into the run-up at the end of the day. I had been alerting my Discord since about...
What? Oh my goodness. We got a paper hands here? Oh, geez. Just put in an order of puts. Okay, cool. Man, retail investors, I swear to God, they're all the same.
I felt like
we are all the same. No, that's not true. We're not. Never mind.
By as we got closer and closer to Wednesday, the level of urgency in my alerts went up until I told them, look, I'm taking some action. I'm going to protect my portfolio and preserve my capital. Not everybody believed me. Not everybody took action. We all make our own decisions, but my level of concern based on my cash flow analysis, the cash burn analysis, the meeting that the lenders had, and the tweet from Adam led me to believe that something was imminent. And yes, unfortunately, we did wake up to that on Thursday. So I am mostly in cash on my AMC position. I did keep some shares. January 2025 $4 puts, which acted as a perfect hedge for the downtick in the price on Thursday. With that being said, just like you guys, I have some of these same questions that I've been thinking about. When is this dilution going to be over? What is the price going to go down to? Because I plan on rebuying once I think that it's safe and that the price has bottomed out. And is there any potential for a reverse split? The other thing that we need to keep in the back of our mind is that the debt renegotiation is going on, and we don't know what the outcome of that is going to be. Is it going to be a straight debt restructuring? Is it going to be some form of convertible bonds, which would be dilutive also? Or are they just going to push that off and not do anything right away? Let's tackle these topics really quickly. Regarding the reverse split, keep in mind this is just my opinion. I don't have...
Let's do it even more quickly.
If we think back to the reverse split that happened previously, the main purpose of that was...
Crystal ball. Oh boy, that's a sore spot.
Raise money. It was not likely that shareholders were going to approve issuing more shares, so the easiest thing for the company to do was collapse the share structure with a reverse split. Total authorized shares is 550 million. We've got 263 million issued and outstanding at the moment, and I figure with this round of dilution, there'll be another 60 to 80 million shares. So that brings us to what, about 340 million or so. The company still got 200 million more shares to issue if they needed to. So in that regard, I don't think that a reverse split is likely. There's no logic behind needing to free up more shares to drive a reverse split decision. The only way that the company would get into reverse split territory, in my mind anyways, would be if the share price dropped low enough that they got into some compliance issue with NYSE, and we're not anywhere near that territory. Could a reverse split still happen? I know that the bears are screaming that every single day, but in my mind right now, I don't.
Well, I mean,
high probability event.
I don't know if I would say not anywhere near that territory, but
to investors to endure another.
the stock price is closer to $1 than it is to 10. I mean, isn't that true? I don't know. 3 is closer to 1 than it is to 10. So now that's a relative closeness, sure, but still. Seller boxed. Boy, that is one that's another one that needs to die. Seller boxing the company to bankruptcy. What did I see the other day? They had already almost seller boxed GME to Chapter 11. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Yet they continue to do it. I seller boxing. Okay, Thomas James. That's where I first heard of that. That's bad.
Reverse split. So let's cross
for its credibility,
navigates its way through
veracity.
The quarters on the cash that they do have, and that the remaining quarters in this year get better, so that we can get that off the table and the price can come up organically. Now, to get into the other question, when is the dilution going to be done, and what is the price going to drop to over the last couple?
What if the organic fair price is $372? What then? Well, why can't we consider that that's the case? Why does it have to go up? Why does it have to be higher than it is now? In fact, it could be lower than it is. The fair value, like the actual fundamental value of the stock, all things considered, it could be lower than it is. What if it's $272? And that's just the way it is. You hope it'll go up, but it doesn't have to. Risky business, man.
People that I have been talking to, I was telling them that I thought that the dilution would be a 20 to 30% event, which we ended up with around 30%, and that the price would drop correspondingly, and that I did not want to endure a 30% price drop. Now, we are down about 14.5% so as of the close of business on Thursday. Typically, when a company does dilution and an at-the-market offering, they are selling shares into the market on a daily basis. Generally, about 10% of the daily volume will be the company selling shares into the market. And on high-volume days, like we have on Thursday, they can pump a little bit more in there, maybe more than 10%. But I would expect that the dilution event will take several weeks for them to churn through 60 to 80 million shares to raise a $250 million in capital. What the price will fall to ultimately, or if it will continue to fall into next week, that is anybody's guess. And this video, I'm going to tell you about my guess because you guys keep asking me that. I would expect that the price could test $3. That would be a 30% retracement from the high on Wednesday, which was around $4.30. 30% retracement matching the 30% dilution. Now, will I be right on that? Will it find support at $3.70? Will it plummet below $3? Nobody can say for sure, guys. It depends on how much shares AMC is trying to sell on a daily basis. It depends on what kind of support investors give the stock in response to the general selling pressure on a day-to-day basis. It also depends on the general stock market itself. What's going on in the market next week or the week after that might be driving pressure on the entire market. With that being said, and for myself thinking that it could test $3, I'm just going to take next week easy. I'm going to be watching the daily volume. I'm going to be doing some computations on the daily volume, trying to estimate when AMC is close to finished on their dilution. And ultimately, I'd love to see an announcement from the company.
Well, I'm not so sure about that technique.
The other thing I'm going to be watching for is if there's any new
30% dilution creates a 30% drop in price. There's a lot of other factors there, like how many shares there are and how many are being added, as well as all of the other things that are driving the trading of those securities at the time. So, like, just a, example, like the dollar, which stocks are sensitive to, could go up or down, which could bring all stocks up or down, which would be counter to whatever move he's talking about for whatever reasons he's talking about a move. See what I'm saying? So his idea of estimating that would be that's like in a vacuum. But it's not in a vacuum because there's all these other factors and all these other market participants that are trading for every other reason under the sun or no sun. So you can't really do that. For this, similar reasons why you can't estimate based off of volume. Oh, it went up this much on this much volume, so it should go down this much based on this much volume. Or this day it went up by this much on this volume, so it'll be the same today. No, it won't, because that's one factor. One factor. Just one. And we're not even thinking at all about price. So Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, maybe you could do it, but what's the point? That's kind of my point.
Debt restructuring, because that could also factor in when I get back into the play. This is still a speculative play.
The price will go down. How about this? The price will go down. So, you know, if for any reason, if somebody wants to buy it at a lower price, you know, maybe you could do that in the future. That's about all I'd feel comfortable saying if I were one of these guys.
From improving domestic box office. So as always, as I tell you, in every single stock that I invest in, I want to get the best entry possible. I want to wait and maximize my chances of getting into the bottom and then being there for the ride up. Now, is it still going to be a bumpy ride? It's going to be a bumpy ride. AMC is not going to make a profit in 2024. At least that is my estimate. Some of y'all might have a different. I hope that they do, but that is not my
That's
current.
harsh words.
Every quarter here as things progress. There's a lot of great movies coming out later this year, and I hope
great.
You know, maybe
that's good. That's awesome. I don't, you know,
even my expectations.
There always are.
Is complete.
There's always good movies coming out. There's always shitty ones coming out. That has nothing to do. I mean, the focus on the quality of the movies. I mean, isn't it more about the quantity of movies? I mean, because you don't know if it's good or not until you go. It could be something that's hyped to hell and back, and it sucks, and it will still have, you know, a good opening because everybody thought it was going to be good. And then there's all the ones that just suck, and you know, I wonder why anybody would go see it 3-4 times, but whatever. I'm also not sitting here pumping a movie theater stock, so, you know. All right. Okay. So Tony sold. Well, now we got, let's see what this is here. GameStop. What is this GameStop? What is this? I previously...
Well,
okay.
We have a poll to see what people expected, don't we? Beware of the call of false prophets telling you that it's no, this is it, GameStop's going up from now on, you never need to worry again. I still think there's a little bit of position management in order, if I'm honest, which I am. So just ignore the charlatans who peddle their wares of recklessness and folly under the guise of entertainment. Their shows in the main are supported by
this guy's got such florid language,
friends, in order to exploit them later and embarrass them. It's all very tragic, really. Those who would dare to lead our people astray, luring them into perilous pursuits.
What is the deal with this guy?
Without thoughts for the consequence. They mock our ancient ways. They trivialize our art of war. And they'd see our noble traditions mocked. Come on, GameStop, 1331. Let's go, let's go. What's this? Am I on the right page? Somebody want to update me if I'm on the wrong page. There it is, guys. Oh my god, there it is. GameStop. Net sales 1.7.
Is this actually an honest analysis of the earnings, or is this delusional? I don't know.
Billion for the
next video is better? Okay, thanks. I have trouble with this guy.
Need somebody to come in, stick him in a big donut machine. I'll pay for it. The nurses, the wartime, everything. And you can't get it in Edinburgh because he's got other bits of metal in his head from other things that have happened. So he needs to go to a machine with the right Tesla number. And the only way that is very far away. So I have to pay for the transport there and back. So why would I spend any minute of my day or any dollar of my fucking earned money talking about or focusing on GameStop? And the reason is because in 2021, the fucking bastards that provide liquidity to the short side of the market, the unethical wankers who use this idea of liquidity trumping price discovery, which is freedom, right? That's what freedom is!
Problem. Yeah, I have problems with this guy. This guy is, there's something off here. There's absolutely something off. Not to mention, well, let me just let him finish his diatribe. But
those bastards
I don't know.
steal your freedom. They identified themselves.
Like, I'm sorry, no. That's emotionally manipulative, charged language. They try to manipulate your freedom. No, they didn't. Okay? No, they didn't. Because if you had made millions of dollars and cashed out at the right time, you would not be saying this right now. Yet people did. People did. You didn't, so they were trying to steal my freedom. Fuck right off with that
They're
shit.
on the other side of the GameStop trade. They identified themselves. It doesn't matter about the fundamentals, the meme stock, the funny...
They did? They identified themselves. I mean, the only one that I know about is Melvin. Or and .72, or there's like 2 or 3 that we heard about. But I mean, other than that, dude, it's all they. All we know is it's them. And it's not Citadel. It's not Virtu. I mean, market makers don't. Anyway, whatever. It's not.
The CEO or the board member.
Not even worth it.
Give a fuck. I give a fuck about the bastards that my family and my fucking people have been fighting for years and years before I was born. The same bastards who disenfranchised me. And I know, because I come from a class-based society. Here in Britain, we're not worried about, your neighbour's fucking racism. We're worried about how they've all got their fucking foot on someone else's head. And that culture has to end. We know what these bastards are like.
But you don't do that by fucking around in the markets. Wow.
They identify themselves. They're on the other side of the GameStop trade. And I want to get my fucking hands around them. That's why I'm here.
Well, because you are a fucking emotional fucking wreck. Wow.
I'm here. I said to people in January 2021, if you've never bought GameStop before, don't buy GameStop until it's around $9. You might want to look for it at a bounce at 30. You'll probably get a bounce at 25. You'll get
I mean, I don't ever see any reason for anybody in finance to be screaming like that. Wow. Okay.
Another at 20.
Yeah.
You'll get one at 17. You'll get another in around 12. We've had those bounces.
Like what in the world could possibly be that? I don't know.
9, 10 of them. It's made people tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars trading options to make sure their position was okay. It's helped people improve their entries, so they got them from stupid high levels, like what is now adjusted $85, down to $30 or $25, so that I know one day those people will be able to get out of their trade in profit, and had they not managed that position, that would not be the narrative. So I do good work for good people, and I want them to survive, because when I go in a game, I'm going to need everyone with me to make a fucking difference, because I'm aware of who we're fighting, and it's really fucking difficult. You won't win with more money because we don't have more money. You won't win with more people because there aren't enough of us anymore. You win with smarts and skills and talent. We are the true sons and daughters of this fight. We know better than to succumb to the folly of, here, we're going to do this. We're going to invest in this shitty stock that doesn't actually make sense, and we're going to take it to being the biggest company in the world for no fucking reason. Nobody would want to join with you. It doesn't make sense. Nobody's interested in that. What they are interested in is seeing somebody stand up for what they believe in. They're interested in authenticity. Everybody's fed up with the post-truth universe. People want a real fucking touch point. They want a stone to pivot on. They want to move forward and know that they're going in the right direction. And that's very difficult in the world today, Max. It's really fucking difficult. So it takes somebody who makes those sacrifices, who puts people first, because he knows that down the right line, we're going again. And I'm going to be there again. And so are thousands of other people who wouldn't have been able to be otherwise. And this time, we're going to go that one step further. I don't care if we don't make it into their fucking house, pick up their bedroom and beat them to death with it. We'll get one step closer to the front door.
Oh, boy. All right. No. No, 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 no. This is everything that is wrong with this whole movement. This is going to be a great place to end. And it's going to take us right up until 9 o'clock. And it's going to be great. I'm sorry, it might go a little bit beyond 9. And I wish I had time to do open up the voice chat, get other people in here. But being that it's Easter, so before we let this play out, I'm going to switch over to the futures. I know, cliffhangers. And just notice where we are. Not quite session highs, but close. Yeah, I think they wink wink saw that we were going to do a future stream today, and they're like, well, pump it. Alan and his crew, those fucking clowns. Look at it. Bonds are coming down, yields are just theoretically going up. Now the correlation maybe is worked out. So all of the bullshit, pent up orders and whatnot, and frothy, nonsensical Easter shit has kind of filtered through. Maybe, I'm just saying maybe. And now we're getting to a clear correlation that makes sense. Maybe. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares? It's all fucking garbage, meaningless. Roll the dice, baby. It's all you can do. Anyway, not really, but okay, now that we've got that over with. Let's go. Let's bring it on, Highlander.
Now one step closer is close enough. Maybe close enough so they'll hear me when I tell them I'm coming for you. And I am coming for them. That's why, Max. Because we are the sons of daughters. We are the sons of daughters who don't succumb. We are the people that understand the emptiness that lies at the heart of their words. We know they're devoid of honor. They're dead in terms of wisdom. It's our duty. It's our solemn obligation to confront.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? This is so bizarre. God, this is so disturbing.
Not with brute force, but with cunning and guile. And so that's where I add my power.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to yell it, though. That's funny. You're cunning and guile, but you have to shout it because that makes it that much more cunning, I guess. Get the fuck out of here.
This war is like life itself.
This guy's a performer.
It doesn't belong to the swiftest, the smartest, or the strongest in life. It belongs to the one who outthinks, outmaneuvers, outwits their adversaries. It's those who have loyalty and stick with their friends.
No. It's and that is a well-timed donation by some chick donating $25. Thank you, some chick. I appreciate that. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. That's embarrassing. I thought that I received $25. Oops. But she liked his diatribe. No. It's about money. So, I mean, the golden rule's in effect, right? He who has the gold makes the rules. What are we talking about honor for? Honor's got nothing to do with it. Deserve's got nothing to do with it. Whatever. Truth and wisdom. I mean, what? No. It's about the bottom line. He says he hates the post-truth society. Sounds like he's in that. He sounds like he's operating in that society to me. That's just my sense.
Chessboard that holds the key to victory. Not everybody, not all these pawns we've got taken here on the side. Oh, look at me, I've got 7 pawns, Kenny's saying. No one gives a fuck. It's the empty space where the game is won. So I embrace that. I embrace everyone who's gone before me. The fight I've been in before. I've seen this happen. I've been on the hard end of this stick. I've seen the bank come and take when they shouldn't, take when they can't, take when it's illegal. Illegally stealing a home and getting away with it.
2008. Yes, it's totally related. Yep.
Challenged me. I've overcome, and I always overcome. So here's another opportunity to forge heroes with me.
Man, this is a good grift.
That's
It's a good fucking grift he's got going on here. Holy shit.
So rally to me. Rally to me. You too, Max. You too, Max. Don't tell me you don't.
What the fuck? $500 a fucking month?
You want to just flow with the fishes and, eat a couple of fish and get eaten by a fish and be a fucking fish. No, you want to be a fucking man. Stand up for this thing. What the fuck is the point in us? We could just be apes for real. We could just be fish for real if we're never going to fucking confront our enemies. So stand with me, loyal followers. Just as
This guy wants to be a revolutionary.
determination and loyalty to this cause, so do thousands of other people.
I feel like... What is that movie? There's a movie... It's about the... hang on.
Days long past, there were mightier voices than mine, more articulate. Unfortunately, I'm not able to.
Pride. There's a movie called Pride. It's about Northern Irish activists, about the miners, the solidarity with the miners and gay rights. It's nothing to do with that particular aspect, but yeah. It seems like I feel like if I close my eyes, I'm watching like Pride. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Pride. It came out in 2014. Right. William Wallace rise from the grave. Braveheart. For my money, I'm more of a Rob Roy kind of guy. I honestly. But that's just personal preference of like 90s epic.
Make a difference
anyway.
of my own. But I see a sea of people in the chat box before me, and each one of them's a testament to this shared resilience we have. So thank you to all of you loyal followers who remain steadfast, who stay with me.
I mean,
you did not waver. You did not falter in your belief. Instead, you stood tall, you stood proud, you stood firm in your conviction.
Amen.
And that's why you have an obvious purpose. And the purpose itself so obvious that it begs the question why. And
the question is obvious. I'll withhold judgment then.
And that's why you have an obvious purpose. And the purpose itself is so obvious.
Enrich the pockets of insiders, the 1%ers, and Wall Street, right? Is that it?
That it begs
That's my purpose, right?
Why? And here we answer! Why and why again? Because there's nothing else! Because there's only this! And so we march forth, you, me, everybody else, into the unknown. And we are aflame with fire, with conviction, with spirit of undying resolve. And together there's nothing we can't achieve. Yeah, it's not a rant.
Should have yelled more.
Call to action.
You only got $2 that time.
Warriors of the digital age, you craft history now. People will always remember.
Oh, God.
Are they going to remember?
Oh, God. Yeah, because they lost money on it.
Do you think it's going to be remembered with parties with rich people? Do you think it's going to be remembered with pathetic 17% move in price and then it kicked back down to the... No, that's these moments when prices move these... That's just part of the story, just a turning of the page. The actual history is written. This is not the way it ends. My tone, your reaction, lift the fist in defiance. Fuck the bastards.
But the bastards are the ones that are going to make you rich. So you can't fuck them. You can't really fuck them because you need them. You need them to, I guess, keep making bad financial decisions. I don't know. Cautionary tale seems like a kind of an understatement here. But, I mean, let's be honest. You have to be a winner in order to write history. So if you are not a winner, you aren't writing the history. So why are people who are still hoping for the price to shoot up so much for whatever reason, whether it's a short squeeze or fundamentals, which you hear everybody say everything now. It doesn't matter why it will go up. It just needs to, right? Yeah, it'll be fundamentals because GameStop's transitioning. It'll be a short squeeze because they've only tripled down on their positions, which that is not true. Yeah.
Used to conquering.
He's on something.
I'm used to conquering challenges, so here we go. We go again. My fellow investors. And we're speaking candidly now because Max brought up the question about the current state of affairs surrounding our endeavours and the stock price. It's no secret that there exists a feverish and irrational fever surrounding the board at particular moments, or how prices are going to react around event-based news. And we nod somberly when we see these conversations, but we don't get blinded by the allure of meme investing. We don't get carried away with TradeSpotting's passion. We invest at the lows. We buy it at the point when we're most able to see how we'll carry that position forward based on artifacts on the charts. We remember the stock market isn't a playground for speculation on whimsical investments. It's a realm governed by the principles of sound judgment and proper scientific approach to your trades. And of course, we're not going to constantly be just chucking money at something no matter the price. We want to do it, guide our own actions with each other's collective wisdom and all the experience and skills. Thank you so much, Nick. Shout out to my dad. Fucking love him. So we're going to harness our collective power. We're not going to falter. The winds of change, they blow strong. I implore you to stand firm. So that's why we do it, Max. There's loads of other reasons. You know, everybody has their own reasons. Some people, they've got nothing other than that they want to make profit. And I'm here for them too, because they're probably not making profit for its own sake, right? They probably need money. And I want to help those people too, no matter what. I want to help people. If you're long and that's your way of making money off GameStop, go for it, man. No way I can do anything but help. Yo. Yesterday in Gaming. That was an amazing speech. Glad I came in the right moment to hear it. Now that's part of my story. Thank you, Yesterday in Gaming. You coming today means you're part of my conversation. You're part of my history. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, so this has been a great show. Nick, $9.99 for your dad. Thank you so much, Nick. Ace Ventura, great to see you, Ace. $2. Yo, Ace. Minner, $25 from Minner. You tall legend. Thanks. Great catching up there. Some check, $25. $25. Some check how you do. Well,
the irony of somebody, you know, going on and on and on about trading and all this fairness stuff and sitting there and collecting money from their viewers after putting on a performative spectacle. Why in the world does he need the stock to go up? You know, I mean, in other words, who cares about the stock? He made more money in the time that we've been watching this from donations than most of the people, you know, would make off of the stock. Certainly in that same time frame, but anyway, I don't know. Grifts everywhere.
And we enjoy the memes, but we're never going back to reasonable land.
He has a true crime channel. Oh God, where's that? This is your brain on true crime meme.
What's the wannabes? But only one of me. Guitar outside with 5 memberships. Legend. Don't see.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the other actual Irish guy?
Alcy was gifted membership.
I think I put a link.
Great. That's short. You don't have these good names. You're lucky folks. Cheers, Dick. Thanks very much, Guitar Outside. It's appreciated. You legend. So I had a point to end on, but I can't remember what it was, so I was kind of reaching for it there. Did you notice? What was the point I wanted to make? I offered my thanks. I was very grateful. What was it after that? Something came.
This is the one that I compared him to. Whoops.
It's a life-changing show. It's ridiculously good value considering it's free.
This guy here, that chapter.
Lol, sorry, go for it, kid. I mean, there was no better interruption. There was no better interruption. Got Tar outside. Tar outside himself, a total legend. You know, so many people watching each other's journey through life.
People do love theatrics.
Brought together by such unusual things here. And that sense of community that everybody gets. Fucking brilliant. Perkman, I just joined the Discord. Well, if you're on the Discord, welcome, Perkman. It'd be great. Everyone would love to see you there. And everyone's really good help. Thanks very much, Perkman. Appreciate it. Okay, so. Wait, hey.
So there's.
Legend as well. How come I'm not seeing these on the thingy, but they're coming up there? Maybe my thingy's slow.
So one feature of this. One feature that we want to bring back is the examining the failed bank list. We used to look at this thing. We used to look at this thing regularly and kind of got away from it. But here it is, the failed bank list from the FDIC. And we see that where we just refreshed it to get the freshest data. You see that in 2023, it looks like we had 5 bank failures. The last being the Citizens Bank in Iowa. Sac City, Iowa. On November 3rd of last year. Just like to keep this in perspective because, you know, for example, there were 4 bank failures in 2020. I don't ever remember hearing about a single one of these, personally. I don't know what the nature of these failures was. You know, I haven't looked into it at all, any of these. And also 2019, see, there's 3 there. I mean, you can't just compare numbers, I know, but 4 in 2019. Look how many in 2017, though. 8 bank failures in 2017. You know, a few in 2016, 15, 14. So there are always bank failures. More bank failures than now. So interesting how that narrative gets used. I'm just kind of doing some random things here that have come up. Let's see. Also, economic calendar, if you believe that this stuff actually makes any difference to anything, right? You get some job information, Fed speakers, lots of Fed speakers this week, and then this is an unemployment. So Friday, unemployment, government payrolls, and all that whole rigmarole is this week on Friday. Other than that, there's a few things sprinkled in, but we'll see. Are there any other markets open? Maybe we should check our actual markets, which we could do right here, I guess, supposedly, but I see a few markets open. Who's this? Oh, no, that's March 28th. That's definitely not today. Well, anyway, I always forget when these markets open. Well, crude oil, $90 by the end of the week? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Investing Generation channel. Yeah, I right here. There it is, right there at the top. Did they use a text, AI voice, or?
Hey guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about how it's game over for shorts. The 1,200% short selling imbalance to short L.
Now this guy, okay, wait a minute. This guy, this voice sounds familiar. This guy used to be called something else, right? What the fuck was it? Practical Investing, maybe? Is that the same channel? It sounds like the same guy. Or it's that other guy. Oh, crap. He used to come out with a prediction. I haven't seen his videos lately come up. Oh, crap. I can't remember now. Because I never really paid attention to him. But I want to say it was like... Oh, I can't remember. Oh, well. Anyway, sorry.
Video, so make sure you guys watch.
Never mind.
Straight away, taking a look at this. So what we have is an article right now from Seeking Alpha, which talks about AMC likely dead money in 2024. So the point they gave was struggling movie theater chain AMC Entertainment announced a $250 million share sale, causing the share price to drop over 14% on Thursday. The company's only way to fund losses and debt repayment is through incorrect. Firstly, what we know with the price dropping, it was due to...
Oh, it's incorrect.
All of these points today. And again, how this is obviously incorrect. Firstly, what we know with the price dropping, it was due to algorithms and obviously the suppression of the market.
It was due to algorithms and the suppression of the market. Okay.
We've also talked already about in terms of the money raising, and again how shorts are pushing the price down to prevent us from raising money because they understand that AMC raising money puts them in a very bad position.
No, we've heard that before. There's no evidence to support that. The short interest was higher when there were no equity raises happening. So, and I'm sure that you could actually disprove it, many other ways, but there's no evidence to support that at all. So I'm not even gonna, we don't have to disprove it if you're not going to offer any evidence or even try to justify it. If you're just going to say that this is the case with no evidence, fuck off. Like, I'm not even going to address it. It's your responsibility to actually show.
Firstly,
so no.
At this right now, what you can see is you are reading it correctly. GameStop has officially become a profitable company. So,
well, there's another fucking lie. Okay, sure.
It was firstly AMC being dead money. AMC is a struggling movie theater chain, and talking about the possibility of going out of business. And so the point that they're trying to make right now is that AMC not being profitable is therefore a bad company. Is therefore seeing the reason why it's seeing the drop in price. But when we take a look at this right now, GameStop has officially become a profitable company. But yet, when you take a look at the price, we've seen the price drop as well. And furthermore,
apples and oranges. Let's compare things that don't compare. Let's totally disregard all complete concepts. Let's just look at a price chart and say that we can tell everything from that. How about that?
Look at this right now is GME 1,262%. So GameStop investors direct registered and removed 75 million shares from the DTCC pool. As those shares cannot be used by brokers for clearing and settlement at the NSCC, it is correct to affirm that the GME DRS adjusted shares outstanding now is 230 million instead of 305 million shares. Therefore,
no. So now all of a sudden, DRSing shares removes them from the shares outstanding count? Like, who? God damn it. No, that's not how it works anyway. You only have a certain percentage of shares that are going to be lent out anyway, so fuck off.
Short selling imbalance is in fact 1,262.
Short selling imbalance, sell side short imbalance. I love this. I love this garbage.
And what we can see right now is no matter if it's profitable or if it's not profitable, what we're seeing with stocks that are heavily affiliated with in terms of short exposure to the likes of Citadel, Virtue, Goldman, Citigroup, all of these firms.
Sorry, I forgot to switch the thing back.
They are pushing and manipulating and fixing the price of these stocks to be going lower and lower. And so the point that they're making why AMC's share price...
Because we all know that Wall Street is famous for enjoying low prices on things, especially if they're worthless. I mean, especially if they're not worthless. Sorry.
In terms of significant risk of going out of businesses.
Especially if they're whatever. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, what are we saying here? This is the Adam Aron's buddies are pushing the price down theory, right?
actually matter because GME, a company that has officially become profitable company,
it doesn't matter.
Also experiencing the same price action as AMC, and the things they,
or they're just both shitty companies, zombies. I mean, is that a possibility?
Common right now is that these two stocks have both been exposed to obviously naked shorts, the synthetic shorts, to the illegal manipulation of short sellers. And so you can understand about, when we take a look at this, the points that I'm making right now is seemingly look what's on the surface, but when you dig deeper, what you realize these are just the shorts struggling and panicking and trying to make you scared, because again, it is game over for these short sellers. If the play is over, why would they keep bashing retail? If everyone already sold, who are you
because not everybody is in a play, because this is what some people do for a living. This is how some companies raise money. How entitled and clueless can someone be to think that these articles are coming out targeting you? More ideas of reference for people who have probably some of the most severe and widespread latent and repressed mental illness that I've ever fucking seen. Like, this is completely cracked the fuck out. I can't listen to any more of this. I'm sorry. Yeah, Adam Aron's the worst CEO. I mean, okay. The company's managed to keep itself afloat, and he's listened to retail investors a hell of a lot more than most CEOs should, which you could argue is a bad thing. I'm not saying I'm a friend of the guy or, a fan, but the CEO is irrelevant as far as whether you can make money off the stock or not. I mean, so the ape's getting all pissed at Adam Aron, completely uncalled for. But it's par for the course. Got to blame somebody, right? Can't ever be our own fault. Well, anyway, that's a good place to end. It's your own fault. Let's end with that.
You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible!
This is what happens when you work to change things.
You're being a little bitch! What do you fucking want from me? Get off my dick!
If you don't understand the situation, it's better sometimes not to speak and just be proven.
Like, if the play is over, why would they keep bashing retail? They're not bashing retail. Who's bashing retail? By telling you that a company that is in debt needs to raise money in order to survive.
Is that what you're saying?
That's the point we're at.
What you're saying? Or are you saying that
if everyone already sold, who are you telling to sell? Nobody's telling anybody to sell.
First
we get it. We can lose money. Well, yeah. If it's such a bad company, why are institutions accumulating at this level? They aren't.
And then all of a sudden you change the world.
Why are they not morons? I'll buy and hold just like the 1%. The 1% are not buying and holding AMC. I want to be clear. If this person actually thinks that the 1% are buying and holding AMC because they see a fucking line on a 13F from BlackRock that says that they bought 13,000 shares or whatever it is, you jump to the conclusion that you're going to be like the 1% and buy that too, you are fucking done for. You have already lost. You are kidding your fucking self. You are living a simulation. Yes. Yes. Simulated fucking investing. Happy Easter, everyone. Hope everybody's Easter dreams came true. I know mine did. I got to eat ham today. So anyway, take care. We'll see you all next week. Adios.